Hi there, this is Al from thegaminggeek.net, and we've got another PlayStation 2 game that we're gonna try out on the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. This is the PAL version of Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening Special Edition. Is it Special Edition? I forgot the title. Let's take a look at the title. Special Edition, there you go. And using AetherSX2 version 1.4-3060. And yeah, let's take a look at this game. I've got a lot to say about this game and what I do, which isn't really a perfect science, right? But so I was trying out the NTSC-U version of this game. NTSC-U meaning the US release, right? The one that's 60 frames per second in English. And after mission 2, I ran into problems. And I tried to fix the problems. I tried to improve performance, but I couldn't. And so here I am, using the PAL version now. And as you can imagine, that took quite a bit of time. Right? Time I don't have a lot of. Right? But yeah, I'm already here. I've already played a few missions of this game, so I figured might as well continue. And I already have tests of Devil May Cry 1 and 2 on the channel. So I might thought I should complete the series, right? And yeah, I'm talking about it while we're taking a look at the opening movie. So, before we get any further, let's take a look at the settings. So what I do is I go into the per game settings, the circle round icon there at the upper right, and then I go into general, and then I press set optimal settings. Don't change anything in system. Go to graphics, change GPU render to Vulkan. Upscale multiplier is 1x native. Then make sure threaded presentation is checked. Now, 1x native, no upscaling, right? Because yeah, this game doesn't run perfectly. In fact, like I said, there are issues. I ran into issues with the NTSC-U version. So I'll talk about it when we get to that part. And why I shifted to the PAL version. I think I want to say that I'm glad that the problem showed up early, right? Because with some games that I test, sometimes problems happen 30 minutes into the game. Sometimes it happens. I think there's one game where the problem showed up after an hour. Right, and so it makes things difficult, right, and it makes things misleading. But all right, and yeah, there's a Virgil side and a Dante side. I only tested the Dante part, so I mean I can only do so much, right, and so I'm hoping that whatever we see also applies on the Virgil mode, whatever you call it. I also wouldn't recommend playing this game on the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. Oh, this is the same opening? It's so dark. I'm gonna keep blacking out and then. Alright. Take a look at my. Alright, let's make it a little bit more brighter. A literally dark game. Alright. So in mission 2, there's like a boss fight that's I would say a little harder than what you'd expect that early in the game. I mean, it's mission 2, come on. And it required a lot of button mashing. And so the Y button of my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro is now starting to stick, right? If you're a gamer, you've played different on different consoles, you'll know what I mean when I say the button is starting to stick, right? So my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro is for testing purposes only, so I'm happy. I wouldn't want to play this game on my Odin 2, and that's I have a lot of retro handheld devices, Anbernix, Retroids. The one thing that really gives out early, like after a year of use, are the rubber or silicone pads underneath the controls. So I had an Anbernic RG350, wait, an RG350P, 350P. And the A button of that started to stick, which is why I changed, I upgraded to an RG351V. And then the D-pad of that started to stick after around a year. And so I changed to an Anbernic RG503. Right now, that's what I use for 16-bit gaming, RG503. And now the D-pad is starting to stick. And the only reason why I haven't really changed is because I'm using the analog stick now of the 503. So not a criticism. I don't know if everyone else has the same problem, but it's just three different Anbernic devices. The rubber or the silicone pads underneath start to give out, start to wear out, right? And now my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, this is probably my most used. I mean, I've done 80 plus tests on this already, right? And yeah, mashing, right? Makes me regret testing this game actually. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone, right? Don't avoid playing games that will require you to mash the face buttons. You can do that for a Nintendo Switch, for example, because you can buy a different controller, right? You can buy different Joy-Con. But when your retro handheld device starts to have bad controls, you almost want to replace it and buy a new device. Now you can buy. I think you can get replacements from Anbernic or Retroid, the rubber pads, but it's tough, a little tough to replace. So I wanted to DIY a fix on my RG503, but I couldn't get to the part because I didn't want to unscrew the board and all that. So yeah, I would not recommend playing these types of games on your retro handheld devices, right? And the quality is still good. It's just they're not a Nintendo quality. And again, even Nintendo controllers break down, right? It's a lot cheaper to just buy a new controller than to have to deal with your issues with whenever your retro handheld device starts to have issues with its controls. Look at that, right? Super long cutscene. We're around 9 minutes into the video, and it gave me time to rant and talk about my story. So yeah, mission 1 is easy. You'll see how much button mashing. Here, like for example, I just keep pressing X. which is triangle on a PlayStation controller. There, my Y button is starting to stick. Y is square, and that is shooting a gun. So you can see why I had to keep pressing it. Wow, I can't. Yeah, I can't even go wild on the enemies here because I'm very concerned about not wearing out the face buttons of my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. My Retroid Pocket 3 Plus is still, doing great. Man, music's so loud. Oh yeah, here's an issue. Whenever you pause the game, the it doesn't run at full speed, and even if you put in some underclocking, not at full speed, right? The metrics here are red, and you can tell with the music, right? It's so slow. So it's not a big issue because it's paused. Who cares? For as long as in game you're 100% game speed, and on the NTSCU version it plays great at this point in the game. You wouldn't feel any issues. I think it's a little too bright. You can even play it up to this point at 2x resolution. Alright, now it's too dark again. I know Dante has his fans, but I played the Bayonetta games first, so I'm very biased, but I like Bayonetta more than the Devil May Cry games. My opinion, of course, is not the best opinion because, again, I played the Bayonetta games first, and I beat both Bayonetta 1 and 2, so I've played more of Bayonetta, whereas Devil May Cry I've only played an hour of 1, an hour of 2, and barely 30 minutes of 3. Alright, so Mission 2, the NTSCU version, still runs well, even at 2x resolution. So I'll tell you when I started to have problems. It's the cutscene after this and Mission 3.
You guys totally wrecked my shop, and I haven't even named it yet. You're gonna pay for that.
All right. Dante was like a name that kept getting mentioned when Super Smash Brothers DLC were still, being made. Like people were guessing, or people wanted Dante in Smash Brothers, and I'd say I wanted him too, primarily so that Bayonetta could have like a partner, something like that. Because you can really feel that Bayonetta was inspired by Dante. I think I'm not like I don't do research on these things. Um, but if I can recall correctly, I remember reading something about uh, the creators of Devil May Cry. Um, eventually creating Bayonetta. As I remember reading something like Bayonetta was a spiritual sequel of Devil May Cry games. Could be wrong. You know, I said, you know, I'm just basing it off memory. Alright. Part of the reason why it took me so long to test this was because I kept dying in mission 2. Alright. That freaking exploding monster kept taking out too much of my life, my health, and also losing to the boss of this mission. Man, I'm not able to target that. There you go. There's the button mashing that I've been talking about. Having to press the shoot button in quick succession. Alright, so gonna pause it here. This might take me several attempts, so bear with me. Oh. I can feel the button, you know. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the video, but the sticking is audible. There, see? This is the game that made it start to stick. This is the battle that made it start to stick. So it would suck, right? For me to ruin my Retroid's buttons for a game that I'm not even gonna do a video on. So I just said, you know what? Have I done enough damage to kill you at close range? I did. Alright, so it took me one attempt now, but before recording this video, I had to do like I think 5 times before I finally got the hang of beating that freaking scythe wielding boss. Okay, so on the NTSCU version, right? After this cutscene, the cutscene that's next, it will start to run at between 50 to 60 frames per second. It's noticeably not 100%. But it was reaching 50 frames per second, which is why I figured we can use the PAL version.
Where does the time go?
Yeah, and so here, as you can see, the metrics are in white, which means it's consistently 100%. So I'll leave it up to you guys. Right? I think 10 frames per second isn't that big of a sacrifice. But at least the per game performance is more consistent, right? This entire scene was below 100%. when I tried the NTSU version. And underclocking didn't help.
No doubt you've got some fun planned for me. Right, Virgil?
Okay. I'm not even bothering to try the special classes or the other classes, or we're just trickster. I don't want to learn the mechanics of this game.
Arkham. Well, doesn't it excite you? The Timothy Groove has revived. The Great One, who once ruled this earth as the medium between the human world and the demon world. Isn't it a magnificent view? The greatest minds of their time, those who revered evil, constructed this glorious edifice. Now, after 2 millenniums of confinement, it can at last fulfill the purpose for which it was intended. That's none of my concern.
I don't know much about this game. I don't know who Virgil is.
He's taking good care of it. After all, it is the only memento left from the mother you wrote lost. But he has no idea of its true power.
Look at this. That is the boss that gave us trouble in Mission 2, which we didn't end up killing, right? We beat it gameplay-wise, but story-wise, not really. And then look at how fast he gets rid of it. Just like that. And it's dead. Yeah. Way to show how much more powerful Virgil is at this point in the game.
I found it.
I wonder what's so special about the special edition of Devil May Cry 3. Look at how the burning demons formed the number 3. What a coincidence, right? Alright. Oops, I pressed customize. I don't want to customize. So, I only managed to play part of Mission 3. I didn't get to beat it because I needed to go to sleep. And so, this is we're nearing the point where I was able to complete my test. After that, I stopped. So, let's see. I also don't know any of this game's secrets. Right? So if I'm missing anything, I don't really care. I'm not gonna play this. This isn't. Oh no. There you go. This isn't a video on how to be good at Devil May Cry 3. Where is the guy? The exploding guy? Did it explode already? I don't think so. Oh yeah, it looks like it already did explode. What just happened? Can we make? Oh, they explode. All right. Okay. That battle could have been faster then. Anything I can destroy here? No. You can tell when a game's isn't being upscaled because it does look a little pixelated. I'll leave it up to you guys to see if you'd tolerate 2x resolution or 1.5x or whatever upscaling you want. Oh, I can destroy those. Man, this game really makes me miss Bayonetta. Alright, I'm going shotgun because at least I don't have to mash the shoot button anymore. Alright, let's destroy that later. It doesn't even tell us how to control it, right? Control the camera with the right analog stick. And there are 3 angles, but it doesn't tell us, do I press R3? Because do I do this? I don't know. Right, whatever. Where are the enemies? Alright. What? I don't even understand how combos work in this game. Because there's only a melee attack and a range attack. Enemies are all over the place. Wherever you go, there's an enemy. Can teleport. Alright, now let's try to destroy stuff. Is there anything that I can destroy? I think so. Oh, there you go. Got some health. I needed that. Alright. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is as far as I got before recording this video, and this is where I stopped. So from here on out, it'll be the first time that I'll see it, right? It'll be, yeah. And I know there's something here that can be destroyed, because I got a glimpse of red. Oh wow, is that plenty of red stuff. Oh wow, good. Got some health there. Alright, so let's learn some new actions. What's Stinger? Hold down, forward and left. Triangle and then release. Oh wait, no. Well, we definitely want this, but we don't have enough. Oh man. Hold down R1 and forward. Alright. It's cheap, so let's learn it. Man. I hope I don't regret that decision. Alright, so yeah. Ice Guardian Chamber. First time I'm gonna see it. So far so good. Performance is holding up. Oh shoot. Is this a boss? Oh man. Looks like Cerberus, but a frozen version. Oh yeah. Oh man. Alright, so I read that this is a hard boss fight, so ouch. Alright. I don't know if that's just gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we're gonna end up getting killed, but yeah. Let's try that again. Alright. Oh man, that's not good. I don't think this is gonna work either. Alright, we were very close there. Let's try it again. Yeah, it would suck if, my entire episode is this. But what can you do, right? I mean, I can't spend, too much time just learning this boss battle. Oh wow, man. I dodged into it. This is frustrating. How the hell can you beat this? I'll try to restart. So I restarted, and this is interesting because now look. Now it's slower here, right? Curious. Like this part is slower. And I just restarted the mission. I didn't do anything different. That, see, look at that. It's slower. I didn't change anything in the settings, but it's now below. I'm on smart fan, and super strange, right? I didn't do anything different. I just restarted the mission. So all I'm gonna do is increase the power of Everly and Ivory. And that's as much. Oh man, that's as much as we can increase it. Very strange, right? And now look at that. It's well, it's now it's inconsistent. I don't know what's going on. Can I get to those? Man, it's strange. Yeah, we went through this area earlier and it was running well. Alright, Ice Guardian's Chamber. One more try. Ah, jeez. We're gonna skip the cutscene after it plays. I just want to see if it's gonna run well. Yeah, it is, so. Alright. You should do more damage now, so. At least we're doing decent damage. How the hell do I stop? Do I dodge that? Come on, man, don't waste this chance. Oh, crying out loud. Huh? I know that you're supposed to do the handgun upgrades, right? But you can't expect players to perfect, like get all the red orbs to ensure that they upgrade the handgun to max by the time they get to this point. Right now he's mad. Maybe I have better things to do with my time than to obsess about how long I test this game. So I tried it. I'm not willing to spend an entire day trying to learn the mechanics of this game to beat this fucking boss. After all, I'm not gonna try this again. And I'm really worried about the wear and tear that I'm subjecting my Retroid Pocket 4 Pro because fuck it. This game has made me press my Y button more than 1,000 times in an hour just so I can beat this fucking boss. And again, life. I mean, how well I play Devil May Cry 3, that won't really impact how good my life is. I'm gonna save it here. I might get lucky this time. I don't know. He's got so little health left. Come on, don't tell me I'm still gonna lose to this. Oh no.
Who knows? I'm not even sure myself. Regardless, you have proved your strength. I acknowledge your ability. Take my soul and go forth. You have my blessing.
That's really painful for my right hand. I don't know. So, well, since I already got the Cerberus, might as well, see what's next. Let me guess. To switch melee weapons, we press R2. Because L2 is for swapping guns. There you go, R2. Alright. Oh, what happened? Oh, isn't that a friend of ours?
Are you going to the party? What's the hurry? Did you get an invitation?
Oh.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Do we know that person? Oh my goodness, I think it took me 30 minutes just to clear mission 3. And it says 10 minutes there because I kept, reloading a save state. Alright.
Looks like we have an uninvited guest. Is that so? A human. A woman. I'm afraid I should ask the uninvited one to leave. That is what you want. Actually, I happen to be acquainted with that woman. A storm is approaching.
Alright, let's try to customize. According to... We don't have enough. According to an FAQ that I'm reading, we're gonna need the air hike to finish the boss of this next mission. But we don't have enough orbs to upgrade to the air hike, so I'm screwed, right? Unless we manage to raise 7,000 orbs and then find a station where we can upgrade. What's this? Well, this looks like it's gonna be a large area, so what's this? Elevator shaft. So let's just take a look at a little bit of mission 4. Oh man, I'm getting disoriented by the camera. Okay, no checking of secrets because the camera is disorienting. This reminds me of the first level of Devil May Cry 1. where you have to negotiate some corridors and stairs to get to the top. Oh, there's a door there. Alright, let's check the door. Entranceway. Nice. Yeah, nunchucks are. Oh wow, I didn't know we can do that. I wonder if a different style would have helped me with the Cerberus boss earlier. Oh, huh. New monsters. All right. Oh wow. Oof. Controls are getting me confused. All right. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna die. Yeah, let's restart. And I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope I still have an hour's worth of content here after I cut my retries for that Cerberus boss. But Devil May Cry 3. Oh, look at this. So yeah, I can go back down here after I get enough orbs, which I'm not gonna do. Yeah, let's try to wrap this up. Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening, the PAL version, the special edition. Such a mouthful. All right. It's playable on the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, but we're playing it at 1x resolution. And if you can recall earlier, there was a sequence where we weren't at 100% game speed, which is weird because the first time we went through that, I can remember that we were at 100%, and I don't know what changed, right? But from my experience, underclocking doesn't help. So I'll just consider it playable. It's still, not that terrible. And then when you pause the game, well, there you go. Right, it turns red and it slows down. So I'm not sure why that is. Oh, we're supposed to go in here. Yeah, so at least for the 3 Devil May Cry games, you can play it on your Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. This is the one that's going to perform the worst. If anyone's playing this on AetherSX2, or a different version of AetherSX2, like 1.5, yeah, the 1.5 version, and you have better performance, let us know right in the comment section. Because it might perform better, but I don't recommend this game at all. Again, the button mashing, I'm really afraid of how that's gonna wear out your Retroids. And this is from experience, right? Because again, I have multiple retro handle devices, and the problem that I have with them after a year of heavy use is the rubber pads wear out, and that makes the control stick or less responsive, which is never good with video games. So nothing against. Oh man, Retroid or anything like that. It's just, you know, you want these things to last a long time, right? And it's tough to get them fixed. All right, I'm getting entertained, but can I beat this section? Oh, there's 2 of them here. Oh wow, look at that. Alright, let's take a look at what the next area has in store for us. Oh, another... You know more, you... Not enough to get the hike. We're very close, so maybe we can actually beat this level. Mysterious. Yeah, we'll end it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, this is Al from GamingGeek.net. Talk to you in the next video.